Yo, what's up, family? Welcome in to another exciting episode of the Ragu show. And we got a special simulcast again. So I'm going to let my main man introduce himself. I'm your host, Ragu, but we're doing a simulcast with the No Big Deal podcast. And here he is.
Yo, what's going on, everybody, man? Welcome back to another episode of the collaboration with They Follow from Burners and No Big Deal podcast. Like I said, my man, the Mr. Ragu, and your boy, Chef Marv. No lie, I'm that guy. Yes, sir. The most feared duet is back. So let's get it cracking, man.
Yeah, you better know it, man. So first of all, please share, subscribe, comment on the show, both of the shows. Also, don't let me forget my title sponsor, shebangboutique.com. SHEE bangboutique.com. Go over there and get your girl something fly. Let's do it, my guy. What we got for the people today, bro?
Man, the chamber is loaded, brother. We have the all first team pro episode today?
The off-season chamber is loaded. The playoffs are going.
Yes, sir.
We will talk about that tomorrow on All Grind. We'll probably say a little something about it here today. But
yes,
mainly our purpose here today is to break down the first and second team All Pro. So I'll go first, man. I'll lead us into it, my guy.
Yes, sir.
Because I see my guy right here at the top of the list. The QB. So we just gonna say you agree or you disagree. Look at some numbers, talk about comparing some numbers when we get down to some certain players or not, whatever. First team QB, man, QB1, first team All Pro. Lamar Jackson. I'm just saying, man.
Whoever has a problem with that, please go jump off the bridge. And I say that in the most professional way as I could be. But a lot of people will probably say Mr. Joseph Burrow should be on there.
And you feel about that? It's the same argument. I feel like Max Crosby had or didn't have for the DPOY last year. And it's the record, man. They counting that, bro. When it comes to voting for these awards,
it's all about the record, bro.
Not all about, you got to have the numbers, right? You got to be in, had a great season at your position. Don't get me wrong. But when it goes to like selecting you over guys that also had good years, they start looking at the record, man. They start looking at the record more.
Then again, I can't say that because I also see two other studs on here with not a great record. So is it really about the record?
Quarterback, you can only have one, right?
Right.
And I'm saying you got a lot of good quarterbacks. You mentioned Joe Burrow.
Great quarterback.
A great season. Really.
Led outstanding. The league. He had the double crown, if I'm not correct. Is there such thing?
But that's what I'm saying. When it comes down to being first team All Pro, another guy that had a great season, we're going to go with him because his team had the better record. You know what I'm saying? That's what they do. This is what they do. This is why
in the end,
PJ got more votes than Max last year. And this is why Myles Garrett got one DPOY last year. That's going to be an interesting vote this year. But QB1, man, All Pro, first team, my guy, LJ8. The LJ8 era is upon us.
The invention of the J5 games. I remember RG3 said this weeks ago, will Lamar Jackson have a J5 game to where there was a point where he was averaging 5 touchdowns a game? So, of course, and on top of that, he had more line of scrimmage yards, passing, rush, and all that. So, can't knock the guy there. I'm definitely gonna no argument there, Mr. Jackson. Well deserved. Congratulations, my guy. No argument there.
All right, I'll continue it. Running back. I don't think anybody's gonna disagree here. Running back is a guy, Philadelphia, ran for over 2,000 yards this season. Saquon Barkley. First team all pro running back. So tailback.
Can we just say that Saquon and Derrick Henry are the prime examples of new fresh start if you just get the right opportunity?
I have to absolutely agree with that.
That is something crazy right there, man. You didn't revamp your whole career and did something that no one from pros, high school, college, you done hurdled over someone backwards.
At 230 pounds, like Josh said. And this is what people envisioned when he was drafted. Remember, he was an excellent player at Tennessee, at Penn State.
Penn State, yes, sir.
And we thought he was going to be all everything. Giants, he did good. But
he tried to be like Barry and make the situation work with what he had.
But when you see him get on a good team, this is the type of stuff I really thought he was capable of doing. I ain't going to lie.
Can we say this is more than what we expected? I didn't ever expect to Saquon to get no 2,000. And I think when he was in the draft and I drafted him, I was like, I'm gonna just take Saquon. He gonna probably get.
You drafted him in fantasy.
Did not expect no 2 bands, bro.
I ain't gonna say I expected it, but I'm not surprised that he ended up getting. He was one of the guys that ended up getting the 2,000. It's not. Knowing what I know, remembering what I remember about him in college, it's not surprising at all, man. This guy was a stud in college, bro.
Facts, bro.
And growth stunted a little bit, then got hurt in New York.
A few times. And it was to a point where I was going to dub him an injury-prone player.
And then got the hell out of there, bro. You know, the best thing for him. So shout out to Saquon, 2,000 yards.
But let me ask you something, though, and I'm not trying to hate on nobody. Is getting more important, like, factor now because of game extensions, like now 17 games to where you have players like OJ who did it in 14 and AP who did it in like games. Does the record and more yardage matter now that there are more games and more opportunities to get these yards? Because I done heard a lot of mixed emotions about that. Saying, well, they didn't have 17 games to get it. And back in the day had 16. And I see the NFL extending. I can see in the next 10, 12 years, 15 years from now, I can see it being 18 games. Like for
me too.
I can see it being 18 games to where they're gonna have
that's gonna happen, but that's coming. Pause. That's about that.
Okay. You don't see more 2,000 yards and stuff like that. It's gonna be crazy. NFL about to be crazy.
So great. This is a great topic right here.
Mm-hmm.
I do believe. Let me rewind. Saquon did not play in the last game. So if this 2005, he did achieve that in 16 games. Yeah, I think we got to have some new benchmarks, like yards in 17 games as a rusher. Ain't what it used to be, right? Let's be honest, bro.
Be real.
Are we gonna sit up here and say, "Oh, such as a 1,000-yard rusher," and compare him to guys that did this in 16 games? Even then, it was being downplayed, right? They was only like, "Oh, that's only 65 yards a game to get 1,000," and that was in 16 games. So now add another game in there. Right. You feel me? It's even less. So we might have to start looking at some different benchmarks. But at the same time, Coop, I feel like we've been saying, oh, he ran 4,000. Oh, he caught 1,000 yards. Oh, the quarterback threw for 4,000. We've been saying those benchmarks so long, bro, it's going to be hard for us to not believe that these players are still great players that are making these numbers. And don't get me wrong, they not trash.
No, not at all.
But they do have the extra ball game. It is something I think that's going to be in the back of our minds.
These players is now going to get more opportunities. I'm trying to say this without not sounding too crazy. These players are going to get more opportunities to break records now because, like I said, I could see the game being extended to 18 games
18 games.
in
Yeah.
the next 15 to 20 years. So, will the records matter? Like it, like I said, where OJ had 14 games, Dickerson had 16, 15 games, and Peterson had 16 games to get to 2,000 yards and stuff like that. So,
So I guess it's like this because as time went by, if we keep it at 1,000, people start to forget about OJ, right?
I think, yeah, I'll never forget about OJ.
Well, but you have people younger than you
yeah,
that immediately start thinking about Barry, right?
true.
AP, Emmett. They don't even think OJ. You know what I'm saying? I bet
Right.
you. I believe we even did that on All Grind. I don't know what show it was. We talked about running backs. And the young dudes wasn't talking about OJ, man. Right? And he was the only one to do it in 14 games. So guess what's going to end up happening? When, old fart, even more of an old fart running around here, more and more of these youngsters going to forget about all of the guys that did it in 16 games, bro.
Right.
You feel me? And it's just going to be, he ran for 2,000. Yeah. Up there with such a,
but that's
because
funny that,
they didn't see the 16 game guys.
Right.
You feel me? As far as they get away, farther we get away from the 16 game season, and these dudes are setting these records in 17 games, it's the young guys covering the game, the young guys watching the game, the young guys playing, and are going, the 16 game and even the 14 game guys
right.
out of there. I would say even the 14 game. Sorry to cut you off.
No, you good.
But I would say even the 14 game guys are pushed back now. Like Ditka, the records that Brock Bowers broke, whatever, and that's a spoiler alert. You did that shit in 14 games, bro.
True.
And Doku, look at this. From what I understand, when Ditka came, pause, they had just start using a tight end in football.
That's crazy.
So there you have this guy. You feel me?
I did not know that.
Yeah, it was a newly created position. So that adds to the reason why he went so house. So do we put an asterisk by his shit because it wasn't even no tight end a year or two before that? And he was athletic, one of the first athletic guys, and was able to do all of that to tight end because it wasn't really no meaningful coverages and shit for tight ends at that time. You know what I'm saying?
I understand what you're saying. We're
not going to put asterisks by everything, bro. When they balled, they was benchmarks are benchmarks, I guess. Cool. I don't know. This is a good one. This is going to be a barbershop debate for years.
Oh, most definitely.
The 17, 18 game thing.
But that's why I also feel like with OGs like you passing the knowledge to me, like with my pops, it's going to keep on bringing up like Dickerson and Barry and them. And then it's going to keep it alive. That's why I think it's been alive all these years because you got people like you guys also influencing me, who I'm going to influence. And YouTube being strong as it is, YouTube Barry, go YouTube OJ, man. I think the legacy will always be alive there. And as long as you bringing it to the right people, you're going to keep it alive. I think it'll stay alive.
Good, man. Just like you're not going to let the 16 game guys be forgotten. You feel me? When these 18 games are being played.
Exactly.
You feel me? So, yeah, that's what it's all about, man.
Most definitely. It's all about how you keep it alive and how you keep the legacy going.
Cass, we take the serious, man. Don't be saying, you feel me? Don't be saying that OJ wasn't a man, bro.
I'm going to say this too, Ragu. You cannot have a running back conversation with my pops without mentioning OJ.
That's right.
That's what I'm saying.
Probably Jim Brown as well.
That is like my pops, y'all like the GOATs, bro. Because he gonna be like, hold on, you forgetting about a certain individual who played at Buffalo?
Yeah.
That's the first thing he gonna say.
Like, start right there, right?
At any kind of Thanksgiving, Christmas, Easter dinner, I'm telling you, bro. Don't let any of these youngins come up in here thinking that they know more than my pops, bro.
And that's where we got to keep going, too.
He gonna be like,
see, now you're not gonna let it slide. You know what I'm saying?
I had to know what it was. I didn't hear about that. I knew, okay, Bronco dude, and I would hear his name in music and all this other stuff like that, but it really took like VH1 tapes to know who OG was. Like H1 tapes, Ragu, of who
Yeah,
these guys were.
yeah,
So
man.
that's
In Buffalo, basically his entire career, got a little bit of time, came out back out in San Francisco where he was
yeah, he
from.
said that. My pop said that San Francisco one that really
It
kind of
wasn't. He
no
was
disrespect to your fame, but my pops was like, man, ain't nobody going. No real OG football head. This is what he said. No real OG football head is going to accept the 49er tenure that OJ had.
right. I'll give you a great comp for that. Is Zeke left the Cowboys the first time. Any of that stuff after that, just, you know what I'm
Do
saying?
it
Do we
really
care?
count? Do it really count? No, it
Do we
doesn't.
even care?
No. Just like that's
It's
what
like
that's what really
we
just said.
stopped counting, right? His stats and shit after you left.
Patrick went to the Magic. I was like, really, really,
See,
really.
exactly, bro.
I
Yeah.
was like, come on now, let's be real. Let's be 1,000 out here. Come on, man.
Hey, we could be here all day with saying it's such and such went to such and such.
It's all day. That should be another show topic.
It should be titled something like "Should have hung it up," but they
We'll keep that. We're gonna write that down.
write that
Hold on.
write that
Yeah.
down,
Hold
bro.
on. Let's see. This is what we do, yo. I'm
That
telling
was
you.
a good one right there. Because man, I start thinking of a bunch of guys after you said it.
Shoot, that could be not just an NBA version and an NFL version. But then
Man,
you also have the one to where they shouldn't have hung, or it could be a topic of they should have hung it up, and another topic that they revamped their career by going like in the show
so revamps, yep,
Saquon
yep.
situation. So
By
okay,
great change of sceneries in throughout the years,
we're
right?
gonna talk about that one. That's gonna be a good one. Right
And then they should have hung it up before they
hung
went
it
to
up.
yeah. All right, we're gonna keep going.
Yes, sir.
So in Pro Football Writers, they do have a fullback for the All Pro team. Not many fullbacks in the league, man.
Actually, say that the fullback position will be extinct. I thought it would have been extinct by now. I ain't gonna not gonna lie to you. I thought it would be gone, not thought of, but there is still some solid fullbacks out there.
I tell you what, are sacrificing a little bit of downfield threat. All right. But a fullback that can block, bro.
Yeah.
Catch the football. All right. I feel like never, cool. There's always going to be teams. There's always going to be schemes, coaches that use a fullback, man. I bet you if we looked at the top rushing teams, fullbacks.
One of them right here. This Baltimore guy.
I see his tailback ran for 1,921 yards, brother.
Mm-hmm.
And the first team fullback, Patrick Ricard from Baltimore. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
I did the same thing in play this season when Harbaugh and his guy got there. His name is escaping me now. Roman, right? Greg Roman.
Not about him.
Let me see. And okay. So this is why I was pausing because we want to see 187 yards a game, 3,189 yards for Baltimore. Number one team in the league in rushing. They have a fullback. The Eagles was next. The Commanders was next. They have running quarterbacks. I watched the game last night. Jalen Daniels ran the ball at least 10 times. Designed. We'd have to see Tampa Bay, Green Bay, Detroit, Arizona, rounds out the top 10. Indy, Jonathan Taylor, Buffalo Bills. I was running quarterback. To get it done, bro, you got to have fullback or a running quarterback. How about that? If you want to be a top rushing team in the NFL, you're going to have a quarterback that runs, good running backs, or you're going to have good running backs and a fullback.
Man.
Period.
Same.
So, position where there's not many players, Patrick Ricard is the best of those players. So shout out to him. It ain't his fault. It ain't a lot of fullbacks. He's the best one, though. He's the first team all pro fullback. We can move on because the next position is tight end, my guy. You see me smiling and shit? You see me smiling and shit, bro?
What'd you say?
I just said, you see me smiling?
I see.
The next position is tight end. All right. When in doubt, get the rock to Brock. And that is Brock Bowers. Las Vegas Raiders.
Man. Round of applause, Mr. Brock Bowers, man. He say more. Well deserved, too. No argument there.
No argument
in football.
Right? No argument there. What can we say? I was just looking at it. He was third in the league in catches. Jamar had the monster, right? Exploded with 127 catches. Jamar Chase. Shout out to him. But then my guy Bowers is right there in third with 112 catches. Most of all tight ends. Rookie record. Raiders all-time record. 1,194 yards, I believe, 5 touchdowns. Bro, just came in and, I mean, bro, our rookie show, cool. This dude just came in and went first team.
And did you not call that or what?
Crazy, bro. This, I was hoping would make one of the all-pro teams. I ain't gonna lie.
First.
This dude is, and I think anybody is arguing or mad.
Why would they be?
I mean, seriously, I think anybody is tripping either. If they watch football.
Right, you know what I just thought about?
What's that?
5 years from now, 5 or 6 years from now, when we do an episode, another of if they retire today.
Yeah.
Could you imagine Bowers being on this show?
He's going to be on this show. Watch.
Dudes, have a all-pro on your resume. First team, that's on your resume now.
We can start with the too early, right? With our list, right?
Yo.
Too early to tell. On pace.
Probably. If they retire today, they're in.
I mean, I don't put too much praise on the guy too soon, but I mean.
It's not putting the praise on Ragu. Look at the resume. Now, hold on, I bet you mid-off season, let's say around my birthday, let's say around April, you and me, we Google Brock Bowers and we look at that Wikipedia page and we see first all team, tight end rookies, this and that. Man, that's a beautiful resume to start off with. Where are we really set?
You definitely see that.
Yeah.
That's not normal for a rookie to come in and shoot straight to the top of the. This is saying you were the best player at your position this season. That's what this is saying. Of the good, all the players that were really good, you were the best this season at tight end. That's what this says. Wow.
That says a lot.
Wow. So, as you know, Telesco got fired, I believe, since we did the show last time. They had fired AP, but they didn't fire Telesco. Then now they did.
Mm-hmm.
This guy, Bowers, should get Telesco another, at least, interview with somebody.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? Like,
most definitely.
Vegas wanted to go a different direction. But Telesco could be like, bro, I'm still, that did that. That was mostly on that.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? This is what you're gonna get when you get a guy like me at the GM. You feel me?
Point blank
I'm picking solid.
Point blank period.
Yeah, Joe, go get it. Yeah, man. So my boy, Brock, Raiders. Long bright spot for the Raiders too in the 4-13 season. So we happy for you, Brock, and man, help is on the way. Yeah. All right, man. So the receivers, they giving us 3. So they running they got too many people. But the formation, I don't know what it is, but there's a tight end, 3 wide receivers, and a running back and fullback. Anyway.
That's crazy. 3 receivers on there.
They give you 3 first-team wide receivers, and they are as follows. you probably know already, even if you're not looking at no list or anything. But it is Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Wow. No argument. All three of them had over 1,200 yards. Lead double-digit touchdowns. No argument there.
Yeah. So Jamar's league 127 grabs, 115 for Jamar. I'm sorry for Amon-Ra St. Brown. Brock was third with the 112, followed by Trey McBride, Arizona tight end, had 111.
Yeah.
He had an awesome year. Malik, 109. And then the third team, the guy here, Justin Jefferson, 103 catches, 1,533 yards. So he's second in yards. He's got
We have 10. We got like 10 TDs.
Got like 180 less yards than Mar and 24 less catches.
Wow.
So this dude was bombs. This guy had a 14.88 yard average.
Wow.
15-yard average this year. That had to lead, didn't it? Well, I mean, didn't lead, but the other guys that were up there didn't have nearly the yardages. Shout out to A.J. Brown and Calvin Ridley, though. They both averaged about 16 yards a catch.
That's not bad.
Yeah, Justin Jefferson, about 5 yards a catch. Second in the league in yards. Amon-Ra St. Brown, second in the league in receptions. Amon-Ra St. Brown, fifth in the league in yards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fifth in the league in yards. So, yeah, I got with this three.
Well deserved, too. They're great play. Three great.
Yeah. Anybody could be happy to have any of these three. All right. So, left tackle. First team, all-pro left tackle. You got Tristan Wirfs, Tampa Bay. You know, last night, and they called a penalty on him. And Collinsworth said, they must have meant 68, 78. Doesn't make mistakes. He did, bro. Wow. So, that's what he's of him. We didn't get any sacks when the Raiders played against him. So, yeah, I got no with this.
This is the second. Isn't second one?
So,
he got one when Brady first got there in 2021. I think this is about his first team. And then I think 2022.
The Brady he got there, he was a rookie, right? That was his rookie year.
Yeah, like it's a lineman. This is one of them 10-year guys we was talking about, man.
Oh, without a doubt.
Champion. He's started all of his game.
First team all-pro left tackle in the National Football League.
That's what more can you ask for with that? I mean, come on.
Left guard, Joe Thuney from Kansas City. I hope I'm saying his name right, bro. Joe Thuney, and the center is Creed Humphrey. Both of these dudes play for the Chiefs. It's hard for me to say good things about the Chiefs, man. I guess that, these dudes be.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I mean. These dudes all pro. Whatever, though.
This is one of those, you didn't have any other options?
Man, there's plenty of options.
Exactly. Wow. Yeah, I haven't measured, like you said, these guys hold a lot. And the line has been inconsistent this year.
And that guard be home.
Yeah.
Both of them.
Is the Riders seeing something that we don't see? I mean, that's what I'm saying. What's really going on? Are y'all seeing something that we not? Or
I think they got to this point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 guys on offense, and hadn't said any Chiefs, and the Chiefs went 15-1 and won the last 2 Super Bowls. I think they felt pressure to put some Chiefs on there. That's what I think, bro, because there was going to be none of them on the first team offense. And there's action. There could be legit 9 of them. It's cool. They could still be tough, and nobody's on first team. Anyway, they put these dudes on here. That's what I think they were saving face. Left guard, Joe Thuney, Creed Humphrey, center, Kansas City.
Mhm.
Right guard, Quinn Miners, Denver.
Man, back-to-back teams, you have the stomach saying something nice about them.
Donks.
I can honestly sit here and say that for the Donkeys, their line has improved from earlier in the year when I seen them play the Steelers. That they were god awful, and then they shaped it up in the mid-season. I can give them that.
They got that one big tackle. He be holding and shit too, McClinch, something like that. This guy right here is solid though, and Denver ran the ball fairly well, if I'm not mistaken, and they
Yeah,
protected young Knicks fairly well.
protect them.
I guess if they say Quinn Miners, I ain't gonna argue. Right tackle. You got anything else to say about Quinn Miners?
No, sir.
Right tackle, Penei Sewell. I remember when he got drafted. I knew he was gonna be good. When Detroit Lions.
That's a hell of
Detroit Lions, #1 seed in the NFC. Didn't have anybody on the list either on the first team. Penei Sewell, however, does deserve it. He's a great tackle. But, they felt pressure to get a Lion player on the first team. So there you have it. Lamar, Saquon, Ricard, Bowers, Chase, Jefferson, St. Brown, Wirfs, Thuney, Humphrey, Miners, Sewell. First team, all pro for 2024 offense. So,
that's a solid first game.
anybody that likes football, you know that there is easy to do. Defense, right off, one of my favorite players. So they got the edge rushers first. You want to go defense? You want to do defense?
If you don't have to stomach doing these first two players.
I had to do that, right? Yeah.
It's all good. We professionals, though. But to be honest with you, I'm not even gonna hate on this one though. This one is kind of really not. Excuse me. This one is Mr. Myles Garrett.
Thanos.
You played consistent the whole season. I'm not gonna lie to you. You was getting yours. I don't know about the other squad, but you was getting yours. Oh man, is this a second All Pro? What's
Or third. Or third. No, second or third.
Could possibly be the defensive player again.
That guy next to him.
Mr. TJ?
Uh-uh.
Oh no,
If you saying what I'm saying.
Hickerson.
Yeah.
I thought TJ. My bad.
Trey. Yeah, Trey
Hickerson. Oh, Trey.
Hendrickson.
This is Miles' fourth all-team. Congratulations.
Oh, it's his fourth. I thought.
Wow. What else can you say? Mr. Trey Hickerson, Old State's finest. Cincinnati Bengals led the league in sacks. I believe this is probably his first one too, Ragu.
Might be, man. 17 and a half sacks this year, led the league.
And he's a very disruptive player to Hickerson. Well deserved. First one. This is his first
one.
Most definitely.
Shout out to him then, man. Good.
And he got a defense. He got a Deacon Jones award too. So
great year by him. 125 tackles for loss. Yards lost. 125 on sacks. So
no problem. Trey being on there.
Fantastic season.
Mr. Hayward. Okay, little Ironhead is on this.
Still making all pro teams, bro. He heard us talking about. What did we say his status was?
I say he could be
close,
but it won't be no kind of excitement type of deal.
He just put up another first team all pro.
He did, though. He definitely saw from a burner what we said or what I said, at least. He's like, I'll show you better than exactly what he said. Shout out to Mr. Hayward. I can't keep hating on him.
Little Ironhead still getting it done.
Still got something in the tank, too, man. Do you think this one is deserved? Mr. Chris Jones, who missed games this year.
He did?
Yes. Jones. So y'all mean to tell me that y'all didn't have no one to put? Because he didn't play Christmas. He was on the sideline when they played the Steelers.
He didn't play at all?
He didn't play at all. Isn't that what this is about? Like being consistent and no one,
Available?
yeah, availability is the best ability, right?
But
So let's look at
I
something.
got
How is he even on the field of anything and he's not even leading the league in nothing?
I'm trying to find him on the sack list. Honestly,
I
that's what
don't
I'm
see
trying to
him
do.
on the sack list or the tackles list. Where to go?
This Jones. He had 5 sacks.
5 sacks.
Is this
You had to put a Kansas City on there. You played 15 games. Yeah, you missed 2 games, man. 5 sacks.
is it one of those name ones? Got it on name?
Gotta be.
There wasn't a better defensive tackle. We'll see. I
Uh,
actually feel like this was
this was one of them ones, man. Chiefs got the best record, like you said, with the offensive lineman. You only got one forced fumble, man.
they were finding
19
themselves not
total.
putting any Chiefs on. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy. You could
I
have
think
thought.
this was one of that too. His name, and they didn't have any Chiefs on team defense, a team that's 15-1.
So
That people will say, well, who else then? As I say that. We'll get to that. I'm gonna get to that when we go to second team. We could go linebackers here. That's crazy. Somebody more deserving than him. Zach
Zach
Bond. So yeah, that's definitely first time for him. You know what, man? He gets after it. He gets after it.
Does Zach even get over 100 tackles?
Uh, Let me see.
Yeah, he got 150. Yeah.
Yeah,
But they keep disrespecting Zach Franklin, though.
recording.
You know what I'm saying? Like, why is
Who? I know. All right. Yeah, bro. He had 150. So,
he got 150, but it's way to put up there above him. Zaire Franklin. Robert Spillane had 158 tackles. It's I'm just looking at like what more productive did you do besides tackle? Because Zach, all he could do is tackle. He didn't really have an effect of a coverage game like that. You know what I mean? Yeah, hell of a tackle, but he wasn't productive in the defense like Zaire was, who can actually cover a receiver and a tight end. You know what I mean? It ain't
Yeah.
like he's the guy next to him. It's Fred Warner who's just a zone hawk. He does.
This might be let's put a in here.
It's gotta be. This gotta be. This is like
And I got 93 solos, but so does Zaire. So does Zaire Franklin could have easily been first all pro from what I'm looking at here, unless I'm tripping.
no, not true. He led the whole damn league inside.
In tackles with
I mean,
173.
yeah, tackles. My bad. That's what I'm saying.
173 total.
170,
And they put in
on top of
Zach
that,
Braun.
put Zach in over Zaire, and this is the second year that I think my guy led the league in tackles, and he's not on the All Team.
You know what else?
Is this a toss?
Had more tackles than Warner and Roquan Smith, which are the next. There's three first team backers.
Is this a tall thing?
More tackles than all of them.
Exactly. So what's really going on here with the defensive side?
And he had 3.5 sacks, which is the same as Bond, except he tacked on 2 picks. Bond only had 1 pick. Yeah, this
is nasty work.
Zaire Franklin on this one, man, for saying I should be first team. Even Robert Spillane has 2 picks.
Thank you. Robert Spillane got 2 picks.
And 158.
Plus 158, and he could cover.
You got
That's
2 sacks.
What are these guys looking at when they pick these off-team players?
I don't know.
Be watching the game.
Spillane got more tackles than Roquan.
Exactly.
And more sacks. Wow. They skipped right over him. You kept it?
3 in tackles right now. Come on, what are we talking about here? Then
that Spillane could have been first team. We're going to continue. All right. Hey,
Jimmy Sherwood. He tied with Jimmy Sherwood. Sherwood a better linebacker than Roquan. And how's he not mentioned?
we'll see.
We have
The
all
other
these linebackers here. All I'm saying is that this is pretty much the second year somebody just snatched Zaire Franklin from an all-team pro or a Pro Bowl, and he led the league back-to-back years. Like, what are we talking about here? What's really going on here?
Oh,
They put him on the second team All-Pro, though. We can move on.
but okay.
That's bad. That's bad. You had everything on the offense or the defense, y'all. Y'all just said we'll just pick certain players. I don't know what they talking about.
I
I don't know what
don't
they hit
know.
everything right on the offense, but it's like, okay, defense. Let's see here. You got, like I said, the next two guys. I take from them. They can pretty much play that middle linebacker a little tomorrow. I'll give them that.
Yeah,
You know, Fred Warner's a zone hawk. I'll give him Quan is a great general. Honestly, like I said,
absolutely.
I have no argument with these two because they can really impact their defense. But
Yeah,
Zach, he's a tackling machine. He could barely guard a tight end. Well, like deep, like I said, I ain't gonna keep it. It's like, come on, man. Like I said, Zach, he can tackle. Don't get me wrong. Like, come on, man. He's not an impactful player like these guys right here. Just my honest opinion.
I'm with you.
That kind of made me mad a little bit. I ain't gonna lie to you. You have no concerns about Warner and Roquan?
I'm gonna say about Roquan, man. You know, Roquan is
Roquan?
Roquan. Somebody could have been Roquan, but I'm not. I'm not gonna say take Roquan Smith off pro list. So Warner, I ain't gonna lie. I feel like it's a little bit of name
Yeah.
in there, a little
That's
bit of
what
what they've been. You feel me? Because they didn't really play that. I ain't gonna say he don't deserve it, but I feel like it might be a little bit of name in there this year.
Yeah. That's
For
all that
Warner.
is.
Yeah,
That's all that is.
for that's how he did me wrong.
Yeah.
I was already down there to the other ones. Next position. That's why I was taking so long.
Are you
Yeah.
good?
I don't say nothing about Roquan, man. And Warner, a little bit of name. And Bond, that should be Zaire Franklin. Sorry.
So they got PS2. That's pretty interesting, though. That is interesting. That is interesting.
What?
Is this a 13 too? Is this a name?
Got all I'm thinking about is the 99 yarder against us, bro. I mean, this guy is the definition of lockdown corner. Not gonna kid ourselves about that. But you're saying the year wasn't.
It's
What are
I
you
guess
saying?
this is one of these ones where numbers are okay, but what did we say last episode about the rookie corners? No one's scoring on him like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Because I was gonna say you could have put that's a nice one.
Not
Byron Murphy is a shutdown corner too from the Vikings. He kind of has a little argument too.
put it up.
Actually,
I got nothing to say about
you
it.
good.
Took back a 99 yard. It really, to me,
Mm-hmm.
turned our whole season from that play. And there's some Raider fans that will agree with me, I bet you. From that play, man, our season went into the tournament. That 99-yard pick six. Yeah, just one of those things, man. It just turned into a 10-game
Damn.
losing streak after that, bro. I believe we had just beat Cleveland before that game. And that pass that got intercepted and Surtain took that thing to the house, 99. We didn't win a game for over 2 months after that.
Put a damper on y'all suit.
I had the pleasure of seeing this next young man play yesterday. Actually, I'm sorry, Saturday.
Now, this young kid right here is going to be special. This guy could be one of them lockdown corners we just talked about too, Ragu.
No, he already is. He is. You know what, dude? He'd take your shit to the crib. He'd go the other way with your shit. I'm telling you.
Physical too. That's
I was gonna say, but and Rabby, he attacks the football. He plays good. Derek Stingley Jr., ladies and gentlemen, that's what we're talking about. Yeah, had the pleasure of watching him play. This with the Chargers.
Yeah.
And They, you know, they called a PI on him. I believe goal line stood them. Other than that, they got nothing on this guy, man. They got nothing.
I look forward to this kid having a hell of a game next week against the Chiefs. So
Yeah.
I don't look for you to
And
be.
he's gonna need.
He's gonna have to. He's got to with Worthy or Hopkins. He's gonna have his hand full next week. So I'm gonna pray for you, kid. I hope that you can stand up to this first all-team pro. Your name. So I look forward to it.
Yes, he is gonna have his hands full. Yes, he is going to have his hands full.
Marlon Humph.
I believe Coop Wiggins allowed them to move Marlon down inside and change their season.
You are indeed right. I was wondering when you was gonna catch on to that.
Yeah.
Once again, another guy who probably saw with a phone, probably saw what I said and had a hell of a game Saturday. I don't know Saturday to have a great game, Mr. Wiggins, so F you. But he heard the little slick shit I was saying.
Slick talk, brother.
He's a difference maker, man. Mr. Marlon.
Yeah, he for sure is. Yeah. Especially right there at the slot, where you get to remember I was just listening to the show. So
yeah.
Remember I said I don't like, who was we saying? He was like, we put him at the nickel. And I was like, I don't like them little dudes down there. Was it Quayon we was talking about? Putting at the nickel.
Quayon or...
And I was like...
Wiggins. It was either Wiggins or Quayon. It was one of them.
Yeah. And I said, I don't like putting the smaller guys down there, go with nickel or safety down there. Just listen to us. But this dude is aggressive, doesn't mind, taking on some blockers, pause, making contact and sticking his nose in there against the run. So, and then he can cover. We already knew Marlon Humphrey. Things their defense, man. They got 14 back here. Didn't make first tee, but they got, there he is. They got it, they got it. So that's them. First team. Defense. Same team.
Incredible.
Shout out to them dudes. And they both deserve it. Yeah. Not going to, like I said, not going to say take Roquan off. But yeah, Marlon Humphrey, the third corner, the slot corner, right? Is that what you're looking at? Is that what it says?
Who else we got?
All right.
We got the safety from Detroit, Kerry Joseph.
It's Kirby Joseph. Now, I ain't going to.
Kirby, my bad. Kirby.
On this one, I feel like they didn't have no Lions on here. And was like, don't get me wrong. Dude is nice. But I think I saw Buda Baker as second in the league in tackles.
I was just about to say,
right, 164 tackles, bro.
It could have been on here.
This dude got 80 something. Cool.
Exactly.
How do we arrive?
But because Mr. Kirby has 9 interceptions, leading the league in interceptions this year.
Oh, all right. Tell me something, then, man. Tell me something.
Ball hawk safety.
Tell me something, Dan.
He has 9 picks.
That's why he's where he's at.
That's why he's where he is.
Well,
80 tackles. How many tackles?
Tackles
you say?
83. Joseph.
And 58 solos?
If you forgive me, man, I wasn't familiar with your game, sir. All right. Tell me something. Shit. 9 picks.
9 picks and a defensive touchdown. Oh, my God.
That's why he's first team.
58 solos? I don't know, Ragu. Yeah. You may want to apologize one more time.
Like I said, Mr. Joseph, I apologize. I was not familiar with your game, sir.
It's all good, man. He's like,
I got no problem with doing it, cool. Doing that shit. Shit. I was not familiar. Shit. Excuse me. Guess what? His partner over here, the other first team safety, how many picks he had?
Yes, 8. He's second in the league with 8 picks.
These Blues back here hawking shit.
Ain't they, though? Man, listen. And let me see what else he has. 85 tackles.
Wow.
58 solos. Wow.
58 and 60 solos.
Wow. Mm.
6 picks.
Yes, he did. He's
Just
tied
as
for
a just
third.
as a by the way, down there at the nickel.
That is crazy. But you got to also, too, remember, Ragu, he didn't play nickel all season. When Hamilton was out, they put him at safety. That's what I'm saying. Marlon can play safety and corner. I don't know no other defensive player that's doing it at safety and corner. They was moving Mr. Humphrey around.
He
Because
got
when Kyle
half a
Hamilton
sack.
was out those, because when Kyle Hamilton was out them games, you had Marlon at the safety. That's what I'm saying. The
Wow.
Ravens is smart. They can move those boys around. So Mr. Xavier, Mr. Xavier is a good shutdown safety. No issue with that.
Ball Hawks. He had 8 picks.
So Kirby and Xavier are the
He had 8 picks,
two
man. I'm
safeties.
done. So he
Nothing
had me at 8.
nothing we can say about that, my guy. That's brilliance. Brilliance, man.
It is. Great season. Got to put those in all pro league. 8 and 9 picks.
8 and 9 picks, man.
Now I'll say first 10. But okay.
Don't
Yeah.
get me wrong, Buddha had the numbers though.
And he's there, I'm sure. I haven't even looked there, I'm sure. He's on the team or something.
So that was our first all-team pro.
Let's run through these teamers. We got a Steeler. Another
Who's that?
Steeler. Yeah.
Who's that?
Boz. Kicker. Chris Boz.
Surprise. Be on there somewhere.
Punter is Jack from Detroit. Punt returner, Marvin Mims Jr. Donkeys.
For the Ravens? Oh, Mims Jr. From the Broncos.
Then just as a special teamer, they have Brendan Schooler, New England. Definitely going to spend a lot of time talking about that.
Mm-mm.
And the long snapper was Andrew D. Paola, Minnesota. How do you go about being a first-team All-Pro long snapper? You put it like right in the chest all the whole season?
They just felt sorry for the Patriots and put somebody on them.
Probably so. That's when the team doesn't have any hope of having anyone on there. Well, in that case, they would have put us too, though. Who he could have had a guy anyway.
You said y'all could have had a guy?
I mean, we'll see if we got a guy or not even looked.
Y'all don't, but here's the thing, y'all got the guy on.
But, oh, yeah, we do. That's right. You're right.
Yeah, y'all have the guy.
I forgot about Bowers. First team.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, that's what they do when Minnesota's don't have anyone on there. They're like, all right, let's put their long snapper on there at least. I kind of like glanced over this one guy. I want to about this dude.
Mm-hmm.
The kick returner, all pro first team. Cavante, this kid. And I got a little bit of some stats on me. So I'm gonna pull up the yards from scrimmage. He isn't on that first page of guys. You see where he comes in at. I feel like I missed him already. Oh, yeah, I had to miss him. I just feel like it's mentioning with the young dude. Yeah.
Didn't he save a few Cowboy games too with the kickoff time?
Well, nah, you know what? It's not yards from scrimmage, bro. It is yards, is what it is. That's why I was messing up. All right, there he is. 8th in the league in all-purpose yards, 1,600. Right? He's the only guy that has. So on the list, they'll have 4 categories in a row. Right? Mm-hmm. Rushing, receiving, kick return, punt return. I believe, I didn't go all the way through the list, but he's the only guy which has logged something in every category. You understand? He's 8th in all-purpose yardage, but that's because he's behind guys like Saquon and Henry and Jamar Chase,
right?
Guys that did big in that one category, right? And then added a little bit in another one for only 2 categories. You understand what I'm saying? This dude don't start anything.
Nothing.
Right? And right behind Josh Jacobs about 68 years behind Josh Jacobs total. This dude had 92 rushing yards, 420 receiving yards, 904 kick returns, 187 punt return yards, bro. Only guy in the league, I'll go down the list, that got, well, Marvin Mims, who's also on the list, has numbers in all 4 categories as well. The only 2 guys in the league, Mims had 1,147. Herpin 1,600, bro. So shout out to that dude. That's some football shit right there.
That's some real football, brother.
In the pros. So,
wow.
Yeah, man. Dude can play some foot. I guarantee you. He was the shit in
crack and all that shit.
Bro. Hey, shout out to another guy. There's one other guy. This is surprising.
Who's that?
He might get 1,000 yards. He missed that last game where he would have got 1,000. Raider fans. Amir Abdullah.
Really?
Only 3rd other guy in the league. And AP I spoke on him doing all of this stuff. He's got touches in all 4 too, man. He's got rushing, 311, receiving, 261, 296 in kick return, 91 in punt. And he missed the last game. He came up with 959 yards. So he almost had 1,000 himself. 10-year veteran. These dudes are ballers, man. You the shit if you could do that.
Most definitely. So
in the league.
Could be some possible fantasy targets next year.
Man, Turpin is definitely somebody that might craftily win you a championship.
One of them close games to where, bam, he gonna score.
But okay, yeah. I don't want to take up too much time.
Good. That is some.
I saw that earlier in the year, and I thought that was something that needed to be
addressed.
Yeah, remarked upon, because that ain't stock, bro. That's it, man. Get that all the credit in the world. He's a baller.
Freak Vontae Turpin.
But we said all. So we could go second to you. I'm ready for you. All right. And remember,